ハロー、ピョン愛理です。今から、彼に私がパニック障害になった時から今までの彼が思ったことをインタビューしていきたいと思います。で、このクエスチョンは彼には一切事前に見せてません。なので彼は答えを事前に用意しているわけではなくて、今から質問を聞いて、ですぐに答えてもらうっていう正直なところを答えてもらうっていうことにします。彼は私の旦那さんです。はい。じゃあ、早速質問をしていきたいと思います。Okay? So, be honest and answer to my questions.
Okay.
Alright. Then question number 1. How did you feel when you came to know that I had a panic disorder?
Well, I guess at the time I could not really understand what does it mean to have panic disorder, so I did not feel so much anything special, I guess, just like, okay, you have some trouble, so we'll fix it and within few weeks, maximum few months, and then we'll be gone. That was pretty much the idea I had at first, I guess.
Okay. And how did you feel about the idea of having a mental illness wife? Was it okay to you, or that's probably something you never expected? So.
Quite the opposite, I think. I think many, if not most, of people have somehow, some sort of mental disorder. So it's more developed in some people than others, but this is very far from uncommon. So I was not entirely completely shocked. Happens to pretty much many people, let's say.
Okay. You're being kind. Not really?
No.
Okay, then move on. Question 2. Did you do anything special to help me? To help me means to help me having a panic disorder, like your efforts or research about panic disorder, etc.
Yeah, can you repeat? What do you mean?
Did you do anything special, like your efforts, or maybe you made a research about having panic disorders?
Well, sure, I searched a bit, but information is not so. Problem being that panic disorder is such a wide range of disorders that this is very different from people to people. So whatever I found was most likely not the most adapted to you, first of all.
Okay.
And
what kind of information you could find at that time?
well, nothing that fits much to your situation actually.
Okay.
Usually most of the panic disorder are based on fixed items, like you have the agoraphobia, people are afraid of people, you have the, claustrophobia, people are afraid of closed environment. But in your case it was much more random and...
That's different from panic disorder, don't you think? This phobia thing.
These are somehow some sort of panic disorder to me. And because people can actually freak out, and the only difference is that they have a very clearly identified inducing factor. In your case, we have been thinking for months, if you remember, what was the cause of your disorders, but we never really figured out actually. It was very random.
Yeah, right. First I was
Even you are trying to find out what was the cause.
Yes, I was believing this was a heart disease at first, so I was like, okay, there is something wrong with me. My heart especially, I was having...
In your case, yes, that has been a very long process before to reach to that point actually. So.
Yeah, yes, right. Okay, so move on to the next question. Question 3. Did you feel responsible for my having a panic disorder? Because we were married and we were going through many changes at that time.
Yeah, somehow I was also... Yeah, I was wondering if in one way or another I was not partially at least responsible for it, sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I
I could see you were in very stressed situation. As you said, we are having wedding party, buying house. That was a lot of very stressful things. We are living in Japan. I don't speak Japanese, so I was relying a lot on you for paperwork, for translating this and that. And yeah, that was putting a lot of pressure on you, and that I could feel it. And you made pretty clear that you could not do it anymore at some point, and so yeah, I started to think maybe I asked to me, or maybe you did too much things, and that's maybe the cause, or one of the reasons at least, for you to have at that time originally this heart problem that later developed into something else. But
Okay, that's okay. I didn't know about it. Okay, next question. I'm pretty sure this whole anxiety disorder situation changed your mental status. Not only me, but your mental status. Will you roughly tell me a path of your mental status from the beginning of my panic disorder to now?
so
At the beginning?
at the beginning, well, since it was very random and you were very much relying on me, very much, that was also very clear. That every time you had some disorder, you really wanted to have access to me, either directly or through phone or whatever. So that was also very stressful for me, because I always had to be available for you, no matter what I was doing. If I was doing an experiment, so I'm a researcher, and sometimes I need to do experiments. I'm wearing gloves, and I'm wearing gloves to protect me from chemicals or this kind of things, so I cannot answer the phone, and I was always very much afraid that you would call during that time. So I was always trying to be at least available during the time you were driving, because that was happening predominantly while you were driving.
Yes, many of the time.
So on morning before, when you are going to work, or on evening when you are coming back, and when I was in my lab, I was trying as much as possible to avoid being stuck in a position I could not answer. But not perfect, and well, it happened a few times I could not reply, could not answer your call, and I was feeling very sorry for you. I remember kind of panic mode on my side for not being able to help you, because I wanted to help you the best I could, but well, I mean, I'm not perfect.
Yeah, I knew that you were trying your best to answer my calls, and but at that time I was really desperate and I needed that, so I even didn't say, like, if you couldn't do it, you didn't have to do it. I really need it, so I totally abused your effort, I guess. But thank you.
You're welcome.